push our children to go through that hell. We're not going to. But we're going to show. We're going to make them to taste a little bit. They don't have to eat the whole banquet. Just taste a little bit. See, like this? You understand? Now use your intelligence. Use your intelligence, but at the same time, you give them the proper training and everything, and they say, no, I want to go there. What can we do? What can we do? That child, as much as we're training and everything, it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to Allah. You understand? And we say, Ya Rabbi, as you like. May he come back to the way, because everyone has to walk their own destiny also. We cannot force. But between the ages of 0, 1 until 13 years old, until 16 years old, you have to teach them everything that is good. That is your responsibility. You cannot let them to walk their own path. They don't know how to walk. You have to train them how to walk. Then later, they decide to walk in this way. It is good. You'll go very far, very quickly. They decide to walk another way. What can we do to stop? We cannot do anything to stop. Just let them. I was about to say, one time, a man came to Hazrat Rumi and saying, Ya Shaykh, please pray for my son. He's doing this wrong thing. Okay? He didn't specify what that wrong thing is. He said, my son is doing this wrong thing. And Hazrat Rumi is saying, that's okay, leave him. He's growing his feathers. He's growing his feathers to fly. He says if he doesn't grow his feathers, later when he goes out, one cat with one smack will kill him. You understand? So now we want our children also to experience what they're. The thing is, we're not shielding them from the world. We want them to experience the world, but through the eyes of the holy ones, not through the eyes of the shaitanic ones that says this is all pleasure and selfishness and entertainment. We're going to say, this life now, it is responsibility. This life now, it is very difficult and it's filled with suffering. This life now, you have to remember Allah and His Prophet and help others. You understand? So now we're coming into the teachings of Islam a little bit more. People thinking Islamic education is, in this country, sending your kids to Islamic schools. What do they learn in Islamic? They don't learn Islam. How many people now, even those ones who go back and forth to, say, India or Pakistan or Turkey, they're religious and everything, how many of them, for example, that they take that trouble now to raise, to say, okay, I went through this, meaning they study themselves, they know how they are, and they're going to put that on the children to raise them properly. Because the children now, they are raised to think that anything they ask for, they're going to get in this country, no? Allah has blessed this country. Anything you want, you can get very easily. But that puts, especially a child, in a position where he becomes very weak. He's not fighting against himself. So at least now, you're going to put them in a situation where they're going to see those who have less, those who have nothing, and say, now live with them, help them, teach them. So now, the enjoyment now, not because they go on a vacation to Pakistan, but they're going there and they're seeing children their age that's on the streets, that's suffering. Visit the orphanages, visit the sick people. These two things, the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and the cemeteries. Very important. He didn't put any age limit to that. This is one of the things where, especially in the West, it's cut off because we don't live in a real community. It's cut off. People live in the community that they want to live. So rich people all together, poor people all together. There is no mixing. They say we have to redistrict everyone. But that's not the case. For the longest time in the world history, you have rich people living next to poor people living next to rich people. Then you learn. If you live next to each other and you don't learn, you learn nothing too. But if you learn and you say, okay, I'll take lesson from it, then that time kids are going to grow up understanding this world. And their heart is going to get very big. And it's not just whatever they want to do, they can do. Then it's not just, Islam is not just memorizing the Quran like a parrot and going up and down, praying, but it's actually starting to take care of people around you. You understand? In Muslim communities, there's no community. There's no taking care, really. So this is not ilm. This is adab, this is manners. Just to learn how to live in a big family, that child becomes super intelligent. If there's only one child in the family, let's say 2 children, they lack certain skills. There's 3, 4, 5, 6 big families. Then from a young age, they already know how to move in a community, how to deal with people, how to socialize, how to play politics. You understand? Because these are life skills, you need it out there. And these skills will increase your faith. So we want to expose them. But expose them to what Allah says, let them to understand. Not what shaitan is saying and the ego is saying. Expose them to all this Disneyland and this and this and this. Understand? For nothing. To make their hearts to seal up, and from a young age, their hearts to become really hard, and to have no mercy, to have no compassion. From a young age, to become just selfish idiots. So socializing is important. Socializing means that kids, when you see them, they're no longer one prince, one princess. Now they have to fight with each other. They have to live, they have to work, they have to smile, they have to play with each other. And now it is about the community. It is not about the individual. Inshallah, Allah gives us life. This is what the direction that we must take, inshallah rahman, with our children. This much is enough. وَمِنَ اللَّهُ تَوْفِيقَ الْفَاتِحَةِ.